This is an American Indian folk tale of the Tlingit, and it's called The Angry Moon. Two friends love to make bow and arrows. Find the right bendy wood to make a great strong bow. Find the straightest little shafts to make a great arrows. They love doing that. Find the right sinew for the string. And on the day of this story, they had gotten a bunch together. They hadn't strung them yet, just had the sticks, had the arrows, had the string, the sinew. It was the end of the day, but still, they are ready to go to their favorite spot, the top of the hill, where they shoot their arrows and watch them sail through the sky into the forest. How far would they go? Wow. Oh, it had taken all day to gather those arrows, get them just right. And when they walked, the moon was just rising. They could see it. And one of the friends looked at the moon. Ha! What? Look at that. The moon has an ugly face. The moon has an ugly face. Ugly, 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 ugly moon has an ugly face. His friend said, "Hey, you shouldn't sing a song like that about the moon." "Why not? It's a funny song. Listen. The moon has an ugly face. The moon has an ugly face. Ugly, 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 ugly moon has an ugly face." Well, I don't think you should sing that. I don't think you should. I think I should. I think I should sing maybe even louder. Moon has an ugly face. Moon has an ugly face. Ugly, 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 ugly moon has an ugly face. But stop. The song stopped because they noticed there's a light, a circle of light going round and round, coming down, down, coming down, going round and round, coming down, round and round, coming down. Uh-oh, uh-oh, coming down, round and round, coming down. And the circle of light surrounded the singer. The one who didn't sing, the light was so bright he closed his eyes. And when he opened them, the light was gone, and his friend was gone too. He looked up in the sky. Oh my. Wait. No, he must be up on the hill. He probably got the bow and arrows and he's up on the hill. Oh, they're all here. I'll take him up. I bet he's up there. And the friend ran up to the top of the hill, but the singer wasn't there. The singer wasn't there. And the friend started to cry. The singer was his best friend. But then he stopped. I've got to do something. It's the moon. The moon took my friend away. I'll shoot the moon. That's what I'll do. So he got out one of his bow sticks and he started to bend it to put on the string, and it snapped. Oh, okay, that's all right. I've got a bunch. Here, this one will work. But then, snap! Oh no. And he bent the next one and snap! Whoa. And the next snap, and the next snap, and the next snap. He only had one left. He bent it very carefully, very carefully. He got the string on. He got his arrows ready. He shot up towards the moon. There goes the arrow. On and on and on and on into the nighttime sky. He did not see it come down. He shot another arrow. and another, 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 and another. And he looked at, whoa, the arrows were all joined together. Each arrow had hit the end of the other arrow, and now there was like a chain of arrows all the way from way up in the nighttime sky, all the way down to him. And he looked at that chain of arrows, and it became a ladder. A ladder up into the sky. He wasn't sure why, but he saw some berries, mulberries, and he broke off a branch and he stuck them in his belt. Oh, blackberries, stuck him in his belt. And some other berries, gooseberries, I think it was, in his long hair. But they weren't ripe yet. Still, he started climbing. He climbed all night. He got tired. He slept on the ladder. When he woke, he was hungry. And he looked, and the berries were ripe. He ate some and threw the branch down. He climbed on higher and higher. He got hungry. More berries were ripe, and he threw the branch down. And he climbed higher and higher and higher. Hungry again. Berries from his hair. Dropped the branch. On up, on up, on up. Went through the clouds. He's looking over the clouds, looking, whoa, it's like a cloud land. Wow, a whole land world up here. And there was a lake on the cloud, and he was so tired. He fell asleep next to the lake. And when he woke up, he saw there was a girl standing there. And her pants had, wow, porcupine quills sticking out from them. They were beautiful. And he looked at her and he said, "What are you doing up here?" And she said, "I live up here. What are you doing up here?" And he said, "I'm looking for my friend. I think the moon took him away. He was singing a mean song." "Well, I don't know," said the girl. "But my grandmother can help you, I bet. She knows so many things. Come with me." He stood up and traveled across the clouds to the cloud grandmother's house. He went inside, and there she was sitting. And she said, "Oh, you must be the friend of the singer." "I am. How did you know?" "Oh, the moon did not like that song. The moon took your friend away. Listen." And he listened, and what did he hear coming? "Help! Help! Help! That's my friend's voice." "Just wait. Just wait. It's not time for you to go yet, but it will be. You need to eat first. Do you like salmon?" "Oh, yes. Oh, yes." She held out her hand. There's nothing in it. But then she turned her hand and turned it again, and there was a salmon ready to eat. And in her hand was corn ready to eat and something to drink. And he ate. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I must help my friend. I hear him. Help! Help! She said, before you go, let me give you something, some things to protect you. Thank you. What are they? And she said, well, take this little leather bag. That will hold them. He took the little bag. And then she handed him a pine cone. A pine cone? Yes. Put it in the bag. And then she handed him a rose. A rose is beautiful. Put it in the bag. And then she handed him a small rock. Put it in the bag. Now move them around in the bag so the pine cone's on the top, rose is in the middle, and the rock is at the bottom. That's the order you must remember. Pine cone, rose, stone. Okay. What do I do with them? Well, if you get in trouble, throw one over your shoulder. Not all three at once. One at a time. Okay, thank you. And he set off across the cloud-clad land. Help! 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 The moon's house. His friend's voice coming through the window. He climbed up on the ledge along the wall and he looked in. There was his friend. There was his friend. The moon was sleeping. Psst, psst. I'll help you out. Help! Psst, psst. Oh. The singer saw the friend. Helped him out the window. They started to move away from the house when the moon woke up. The moon looked around. Where's that boy? Where's that boy? They started to run. Uh-oh, the moon's coming. What do I do? Oh, I know. I have in this bag a pine cone. He threw it over his shoulder and it went down the chimney. And the pine cone started to call out in the singer's voice, help, 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 help. And the moon went back to sleep. Help, help, help. And the moon went back to sleep, sleeping to the sound of help, help, help. But remember, the pine cone went in the chimney and the fire burned it up. And when it burned up, it stopped calling for help and the moon woke up. And the moon started rolling after the boys. The moon started rolling after the boys, rolling and rolling and rolling. The boys were running, the moon was rolling. The boys were running, the moon was rolling. Closer and closer, and the boy remembered. Inside the leather bag, he grabbed the rose, he threw it over his shoulder. It made a rose wall, and the moon on the other side pushed against that wall of roses. Scratch, scratch, scratch on the moon's face. Scratch, scratch, scratch from the rose thorns. Scratch, 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 and the boys kept running. The boys kept running, and finally the moon broke through. The moon broke through. It's rolling again, and the boys are running. The boys are running. rolling again. The moon is getting closer, closer and closer, and the boy remembers, oh, right, in the bag, the rock, the stone. He reached into the bag, he pulled out the rock, he threw it over his shoulder, and it landed, and grew a great big mountain, with the boys on one side and the moon on the other. It was a high peak, and the moons rolled up, but then down, and then back up, then down, and then up, and then down, And they say the moon is still rolling up and down, and that's why the moon never takes anyone anymore. It's up there, going up and down. And the boys ran back to the sky grandmother and said, thank you, how do we get home? And she said, okay, go back to the lake and the clouds, fall asleep, and dream about the top of your hill, and you'll wake up there. Okay, thank you. They ran down to the lake, fell asleep. But they dreamed about the sky grandmother's house. And when they woke up, guess what? Right, they were at the sky grandmother's house. She said, no, go back to the lake now, dream about the top of the hill. They went back, they dreamed about the sky grandmother's house. And guess what? Yes, they woke up at the sky grandmother's house again. No, go and dream about the hilltop. They went back, and this time they dreamed about the hilltop. When they woke up, there they were on the hill. And that ladder of arrows clattered to the ground, clattered to the ground, clattered to the ground. And the singer and the boy said, let's go home. And the singer said, I think I'm going to sing different songs. Songs of celebration. Celebrating the moon, the trees, the forest, the lakes, all my friends. That's what I'll sing from now on. And he did. He became a great singer and song maker. And that's the story of the angry moon.